so that this could be a little bit of aftercare for you as you move into the rest of the evening and back into your lifescape, taking this with you. I'm not a big coddler, as you may know, and I have absolute faith in your capacity to know exactly what to do with what you got, with the gem from the cave of this weekend. I know that you've got you, and I am not worried for 1 minute. I never worry about any of you. Let's see if we can take a moment to just give voice to what's alive, and we'll literally just take a question from the audience. I don't know, Melly, if you want to help point to someone, and then I'll just repeat the question so everyone can hear, because we're not going to run a mic into the field. Yes. This is okay. So she's saying, how do I feel into my sacred no versus what is resistance and discomfort that I can push through? This is the question. I love this question. It's everything. My sort of, I don't know, the rubric that I work with is first the no, then the yes. You could say first the safety, then the pleasure, right? And that no, refining that no, developing intimacy with that no, has been a multi-year and probably will be a rest of my lifetime experience. But the quick answer is that what I call the little no and the little yes are very uncharged. They're quiet like a whisper. And it's a sense of knowing that you actually feel in your body. For me, it's somewhere deep in this region. For you, it might be somewhere in your heart, right? It might be somewhere else in your body. It might be just a generalized sensation that you get that you start to recognize as a signature of it's immediate and it's just a clear, neutral nope. It's almost like a nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. And what often happens because of our conditioning is that I call it a pile of yes, right? Like a pile of yes will come on board. Don't be a wuss. Come on, you can do this. What's it going to cost you? Right? That pile of yes has a lot of charge, right? So you might feel like a totally different collection of sensations in somatic sequence, like a squeeze in your chest. And okay, I'll do it. So the experimentation that you'll do with this will help you to learn it. So to give yourself a wide berth as you're learning your no is essential. There are going to be times where you say yes when what you really meant was no because we've been doing it our whole damn lives. Unlearning this is the reclamation. The desire, the pleasure, it surfaces honestly effortlessly. You don't have to learn to want. You just have to learn to trust your want. You have to learn to contain your want. So it's really the no. That's why when we opened, I spent a lot of time on the no inquiry. And then if you remember, the yes was just, what did you like to do as a little girl, right? That's it. So there are times I think we have a last straw. All right, so one of my last straws, I've spoken about this before, so forgive the repetition if you've heard it, but one of my last straws was when I was at a car wash and I was meeting my girlfriend Ayla, but I was early, right? So I went to get my car washed and I pulled up and I did not set the container for myself. I didn't ask anyone, I had never been to this place, how long it was going to take, how much it cost, do I stay in the damn car, do I get out, like how does this work? So 45 minutes later, now I'm late, I don't even understand what's happening still, and there's some guy meticulously massaging my car with a cloth and I'm late, I gotta go, okay, I don't give a fuck about that level of detail on my car. And instead of walking over to him and expressing my needs and saying, I need to go, how can I pay? I loitered, I lingered around the car, and then he proceeded to chat me up, the guy with his limited English. He was like, "Do you live in Miami?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I went into fawning, right? You know what fawning is? It's the people pleasing version of the freeze response. The following questions included, are you on Instagram? Can I have your Instagram handle? Okay, so here I am still having an unmet need, which is that I need to go. Long story short, I end up giving this man, writing it on a fucking piece of paper, my Instagram handle, and having no native interest in interacting with him again in the future. And I got in my car and I promptly crashed my car into a pole within 15 seconds. $3,500 worth of damage to the side of my car. It's ironic that it was a pole ride too. That shit's a teacher through and through. And that was when I recognized the state of my nervous system. It's like I needed to see that I can't even drive a car right now because my nervous system is so destabilized because I did not, it's not this guy's fault, okay? It's because I did not create a container for myself and allow my needs to be met with ease because I could have set that up for myself. Now, this entire weekend, Melly has helped me to create a container for myself so that I can offer you the same. This is what we do. We offer it to ourselves, then we offer it to our children, we offer it to our friends who are in need, we may offer it to our partners depending on polarity dynamics. And those cardinal experiences of where you can observe, wow, I just offered myself, I said yes, I gave when it was a no for me. It will become more obvious as you care, as you honestly just begin to care. And then you can start to feel the very beginning of it, the inception of the no, and find language for it. And that's why it's so funny. My girlfriend Sarah and I are having a conversation right now about how I can keep my heart open even if a man advances upon me that I'm not interested in, right? Because normally I'm like, ooh, and I like give my back energetically or literally, and I feel terrified of the responsibility to caretake his disappointment, and I don't know how to say. It's just like a whole minefield I haven't dealt with because I've been partnered my entire adult life, right? How you can explore holding that no, for some of us, is easier when you have a couple phrases in your pocket. For me, that really helps me. So she's literally helping me to know, what would I say to somebody if they come up to me and say, I would love your number, Kelly, and I'm like a total no inside. What would I say? Having that ready. What do you say when your mom asks you to come over for dinner and you just feel that, nope. Oh, but it's fine. I haven't seen her in a long time. I feel bad and whatever. I don't have any other plans. Okay, so if we're going to not do that anymore, because remember, a woman self-abandoning is an abdication of the responsibility that we have as women, right? So if we're not going to do that anymore, then some phrases that work for me are, I'm not available for that. I am not available for blank. Or that doesn't work for me. Because what I used to do, and what I imagine many of you do, is give a reason. Right? Give a reason. I'm busy. And what happens often is that people will, because they were raised to live without respect for others' boundaries, because their boundaries weren't respected, people will tangle with your reason. They'll debate your reason. They'll give you a reason that your reason isn't a good reason. Right? So the more you can simply hold the validation of your no being complete and whole unto itself, the easier this is. But there's a little moment of silence that you have to be with yourself, right? Because if you just say, I'm not, thank you so much for that, I'm not available for it. A lot of people aren't used to that, I've found, and so there'll be just a little moment. And if you can remember my voice in your head, just hold yourself through that moment of silence and know that you've done the absolute most loving thing for yourself in that experience and for this other person. Because what is best for you is always best for the person in front of you and literally all of us.